For demonstration purposes, I'm going to be using this Sue Spargo Eleganza Pearl Cotton in a size 5. You can also get this pearl cotton in a size 8, which is smaller, and a size 3, which is bigger. If you like maybe a bigger thread, I suggest you use the size 3 to get started. We're going to use a tapestry needle, and it's in a size 16. It fits really nice in this pearl cotton. We're going to use this little loom, and it has 18 spokes on it. The first thing we're going to do is take a piece of this washi tape. We're going to tape our end to the back side of our loom. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our thread, we're going to go from front to the back, and we're just going to tape it down. And that way it'll stay in place while we're winding on the loom here. I haven't cut my thread yet from the spool, and the reason why is you just want to get as much thread as you can onto the loom, and then you can cut it afterwards. I just think it's easier to do it that way. So as we begin, we are going to be doing a series of wraps around these little spokes here. And to get started, I'm going to do it left-handed, and if you stick with me towards the end of the video, I will do it right-handed for all the right-handed people out there. So how you get started is you're going to do a series of wraps, and you're going to first wrap at the top here from right to left. You're going to go straight down, and you're going to go from left to right. Go from left to right, and you're going to repeat this all the way around, spinning the loom as you go. So let me show you one more time. You're going to go from right to left, come down, left to right. Then you're going to turn it and go from right to left, left to right. Again, right to left, left to right. Okay, I've already gone all the way around, and I have put 2 threads in each of the valleys of the loom. And you can see here, this was the last one. Now we're ready to start the whipped woven circle. Remember, it is 1 over, 2 under. So we're going to weave in that same pattern. But first we have to start with 1 weave under. So we're going to start with 1 weave under to get it started, just like this. So we're going to go over 1 under 2. So we're going to go, here's the over, and we're going to go under the same 1 under 2 to get going. I'll show you how this starts out. So you can see the first stitch there. Now we're going to go over 1 and under 2. Over 1 and under 2. Over 1, under 2. And we're going to keep going all the way around. You want to keep your stitches in the center. So what I would do is just take your needle and push the threads into the center, the weaves that you've already done. Okay, so they stay nice and neat. And we're going to keep going around until we've done the first round here. I'm going to continue the whipped woven circle until I have run out of thread, and then I'm going to show you how to add thread. So if you haven't figured this out already, if you'll notice that if you're left-handed, you will be stitching counterclockwise. And what I mean by that is as I'm doing these weaves, my loom is turning counterclockwise. You can see here that I have now run out of thread and I'm ready to start the new length of thread. So if you're left-handed, you're going to see here where I've finished in this loop right here. So to start the new thread, I've got to start over here. So I've got to make my first loop on the left-hand side of where I left off. And what I'm going to do is I am going to grab the new tail and I'm just going to hold on to it until I've done like a couple of wraps or a couple of rounds. So I've started the new thread and I'm going to keep going until I finish this one. And I'll probably have to add more thread too, but I'm just going to keep stitching my whipped woven circle until I've filled in the entire loom. And after I've done that, I will be able to show you how to take it off and finish the button. So if you take a look here, I have gone about as far as I can on the loom. I could probably do a few more weaves, but I'm running out of thread again, so I'm just going to stop here. So it should look like this. You will have some of these threads that we're going to tuck in, and the next step is to take it off the loom. One thing I should have mentioned when we started, that you don't want to wrap too tightly, and I'll put a little note at the beginning, but you don't want to wrap too tightly or you won't be able to get the loops off. So what we're going to do is we're just going to take our fingernails, you can take your needle also, and you're going to pull the loops off of the loom. So I've taken the button off of the loom. The next step we're going to do is we're going to weave these little loops here. We're going to weave over, under, so that we can gather this up. So here I'm going to be weaving here all the way around till I get back to the beginning. So you can see as it starts to draw up. So the next step we need to do is we need to tuck all of these little ends in. And all you're going to do is take your needle and rethread each one and just take it to the back. Now that we've tucked all of our ends in, we can draw the button up completely, and then you're finished. So all you're going to do is just draw it up like that. I'll show you what it looks like. Draw the strings up, the thread up, and you can stuff it if you like, or you can just leave it as is. A few of them I've just left flat and I've stitched them down just like that. But that is how you make the Yorkshire button. So if you're right-handed, stay tuned next. I'm going to show you how to make the Yorkshire button. So for right-handed stitchers, you are going to take your first loop, your first weave from the right to the left to get started. Okay. And now you're ready to do the whipped woven circle. So you're going to go over and under this one and under this one. So remember, it's going to be over one, under two. So we're over this one, we're going to go under the next two. And we're going to go the same thing. We're going to go over and under two, over one, under two. Same way. You can see. I'm going to try to get up a little closer so you can see it. And you're going to keep going around. And if you notice, you're going to be going in a clockwise manner, meaning that as you're stitching this way, your loom is turning clockwise. So that is how right-handed stitchers would do the whipped woven circle and make a Yorkshire button. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks.